Hi, here we are at ISE 2011, and I'm here to welcome my guest, Ronni Guggenheim, who is the CEO of Minicom Digital Signage. And Ronni, you and I have known each other for more than a decade, I guess.
12 years probably, yes.
Something like that, and we've seen a lot. But right now, ISE is more and more about digital signage. ISE is more and more focused on trying to get its arms around this topic of digital signage. And with your experience, I thought we might start about discussing where is digital signage at today in terms of an industry, in terms of its development.
Well, I think we see at ISE a very typical footprint of the industry, or a representation of the industry, actually showing how fragmented this industry is. There are a lot of players here of all different type of nations, of all different type of backgrounds, a lot of AV players trying to penetrate into the digital signage industry because it's a growing market.
It's a growing market.
And this is one of the challenges, and this is one of the challenges visitors here actually observe, and they come actually to us as a long-term player in this industry and say, hey, how do I put together a solution out of all these components and parts, etc. We have CMS vendors, we have screen vendors, we have network vendors, we have all kind of specialized solutions. A lot of the chunk of the business is actually in the integration business.
Right.
If you look at the overall volume of a project, 30 to 40% of the money spent is actually on integration and services.
It's all about, really pulling it all together, isn't it?
Correct, yes.
It's all about getting it, to the final point and ready for the customer.
Right. Now, a lot of this industry is advertising driven.
Yeah.
So imagine if a screen is not on, you cannot charge. You have a loss in revenue. And the more these solutions are patched together, the more these solutions are integrated from heterogeneous several integrators and vendors, there are more single point of failures.
And this is, a very important part about digital signage. And where the interest of the IT industry comes from in digital signage is this part about this always-on sort of mentality. The question I'd like to ask, in terms of the product range that you've developed now and the directions that you're facing in the future, what have you developed to meet the new challenges of digital signage?
Well, as you remember, we sat here 1 year ago where we just announced the investment into MDS by very strong VC backing. And the thesis of the investment actually was to take a company like Minicom Digital Signage with a very deep penetration and brand recognition and take it as a platform to solve this puzzle, to solve this fragmentation and put together a more end-to-end type of a solution. Now, we have launched several products here at ISE which actually are partial beginning of this solution. We are taking, at the one hand, an organic approach by developing new solutions in-house. We launched here the ScreenGate product family, which is a very comprehensive solution suite, much beyond the niche where we used to be 1 year ago. 1 year ago, we used to be the market leader in what we called last mile distribution.
The last mile,
The last mile.
Yep.
Today, we are the leader in network management. Okay, we are the first company who provides a system which makes sure the content is delivered actually to the screen. Let's take the word or the buzzword of proof of performance.
Okay.
This is something which we have brought to the market first time a couple of months ago as a productized feature within the suite of ScreenGate.
And how exactly do you do that? How do you execute proof of performance?
Well, the most important aspect of proof of performance is that it is independent of the vendors. It's independent of the screen vendor, it's independent of the CMS vendor.
Right.
It has to be auditable by a Nielsen, by a GfK in Germany, etc., in an independent manner. So what we have done is actually we have taken the HDMI signal and we inject some kind of a watermark into the signal and read that out on the screen. So when the screen is even switched to a different channel, we sense this and we get an alert. No news, good news.
And that's a theoretical watermark. I mean...
Well, yeah, we don't come with a stamp and...
or the water.
Or the water, yes.
Yeah. And Ronni, here at ISE, what do you sense is happening? Now this is the time of year where a lot of the companies come together. They're in one place at one time. what do you feel about the industry in terms of fragmentation or consolidation?
Well, no doubt that the tango of consolidation has been opened, and there are a lot of companies which either go against the wall.
Yep.
It's sad, but
Yes.
at the other hand, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for consolidation to bring forward a more comprehensive entity providing an end-to-end solution, and we are very actively in this tango as part of our strategy.
Well, there we have it from the floor of 2011 ISE. We're sitting with Ronni Guggenheim from Minicom Digital Signage, getting content delivered. Thank you very much, Ronni.
Thank you very much, Bob.